Well, hello and welcome back to Cozy Couch Corner for another episode of Tea and Tarot. And the sun came out, which is brilliant. Oh, and there's two crows, three spirit messengers on the telegraph wire. Excellent. I have actually washed my hair, even though it seems to look exactly the same as it did when it was greasy hat hair. I much prefer big 80s hair, but never mind. I'll just have to deal with that. I think I thought about putting styling stuff in it at one point, but I didn't do that. Oh, that's another ropey morning. Stupidly, did not have a mini meal mid-morning, and I should have done because I got up like half six, something like that. And I should have just eaten up. And instead, I thought, no, I'll have tortilla chips and salsa, and that didn't work. And then I think I had half a pastry, and then I had a satsuma, and the satsuma by that point kicked in okay, and then I had to go and make me lunch. So I still haven't quite got mornings right, and I'm not quite sure what's going on in the mornings other than it's dark, it's cold, it's dark. I get up, I have my breakfast and my tea, and I thought I was having a healthy breakfast, and it just feel a bit grot. So I'm not sure. I probably wasn't moving enough. And it's not like, it's cold. It's cold in the kitchen, it's cold in the bedroom. But thankfully, I've got my little electric heater that I was lent. So I warmed this up. And like I said, it's after, so it's nearly 3 o'clock now or something like that. And the sun's not been out long, but the sun came out. So that's warming it up. I had a delivery, two deliveries today. I'd ordered logs off Amazon, different eco logs, and they've come. So, but the electric heat is in front of the wood burner, so I'm going to have to work out how I'm going to jiggle that, whether I'm going to have the wood burner on, because you can put the logs in the wood burner and just leave them ticking. You can shut the vent down and leave them ticking over overnight, just so it's warm a bit warm when you come down in the morning. But generally the lounge holds its heat, so for a while anyway. So yeah, see how that goes. But I definitely perked up after lunch when the sun came out, and then I noticed the sheep were right over the fence, and so were the cows. So, and that just fills me with joy. So that was great. And as soon as the sun came out, I warmed up. I went and stuck my face in the window, basically, in the sun. And it's like, but the sun hasn't had time to heat the house up that much. But I'm warmer. So I don't know how that works. Anyway, I need the sun in the morning to perk me up, really. And what was the other thing I wanted to tell you? The important thing, because the rest of it is pretty much me gambling. When I was feeling really negative this morning, problems that I have are bigger. And to give you an example, and the pictures in my head as well, because I've got a fold up wooden chair that I was going to put out to it's not really a charity, the furniture non-profit. And I was going, but the crossbar on it's really chewed. It's like chunks out of it, and it's just like, looks like raw chipboard, and it's not even made of chipboard. But but anyway, in my head, and the picture in my head was, it was just like, and I was trying to think, well, how did it get that bad? And but in my head it was really big, and in my head then they were going to reject all the furniture and they wouldn't take any of it, and I'd have to put it out for the tip. So I just told myself, it doesn't matter, whatever they don't take, throw out in your tip pile, and that'll go. Don't worry about it, you can still get it out of the house. But when I went and looked at the chair, all it is on the crossbars is, it was left in the house when I got the house, so people have used it before, and they've just had their shoes on the crossbar when you folded the chair out. So it's just took a bit of the sort of corner edge off, and it's just a little bit rough, but nothing like it was in my head. And that's the thing, isn't it? When we get negative and we get down, any little problem we've got or any little thing that's wrong feels humongous sometimes. And our brain, I mean, I know my brain lies to me. Do I remember that when I need to remember it? But it exaggerates things and it makes things worse. And I think it's because we feel negative and our brain's trying to back us up. Yes, it is that bad. Well, really, it isn't. And what we need is for someone to say, go and look at the thing. There's hardly any damage to it. It's in your head. And it is. It's in my head. And in my head, it's not that it's not true. It's that it's just extremely exaggerated. So, just in case anybody else is getting that, there you are. I realise I haven't swigged my tea yet. Oh, it's a bit hot. And I made it late. I'm running a little bit late because I had to run the dehumidifier upstairs after I have a shower because I've got no vent. And I opened the window and it didn't get rid of the condensation because we've got quite high humidity outside as well. And it just didn't do a thing. So it's like, oh no, I don't want all the damp in the house because I didn't realise I was getting problems before. So I had to go and then stand up there with my dehumidifier for a bit. But I stood in the window in the front getting the sun. So that was good. I've left my hat up there. And I thought, I'll be warm enough for this because usually I get warm when I'm doing it with the energy. So we'll see. And I've already took a few layers off already. Oh, I need this. Oh, do I need this? Right, let's do the tarot. Right, let's see what the energy is doing today. Been told to relax. Okay, what message do you have for us for Thursday, the 16th of October, 2025, please? Okay. Oh, got told to slow down again. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Look at the bottom I got. Didn't even shuffle them. Look at the bottom. That's what I needed this morning. That's what I forgot. The Emperor. The Emperor energy. Oh, right. Calm, collected, strong, powerful, fair. It's the calm strength, isn't it? The calm strength, the calm power. Is that the one? Is that the one I'm reading? No, that's not our card. What about the next one? Is that our card? Ace of Swords. Are we having it reversed? No. Ace of Swords. Hang on, I'll move the Emperor out of the way so I've got a knee free still in case. Right. Ace. Is that reversed? No, it's not. Why did I think it was reversed? I think I just turned it around, didn't I? Because they said no. It's the Ace of Swords. Why don't I concentrate on what I'm doing? Right, Ace of Swords. Nutty problem. Simple solution. Often. Yeah. And there's a lot of things in life like that, isn't it? They feel complicated, really, really complicated, because we can't see how to sort them out simply. We can't fathom it out. And most of us been taught, and it's quite masculine energy, to logic things out and reason things out. And the cogs and the cogs and the cogs and the cogs, and think through how to problem solving. We're all very good at problem solving. But sometimes we don't find, I say, the right solution, the easiest or the simplest solution. And we can get caught up. I've got minutiae again. We can get caught up in the minutiae. We can get caught up in the little details and then not see the big picture and not see how we could easily get from A to Z without going through the whole alphabet. Don't know where I was going after that. I'll have a swig of tea. I'm blank now. Inspiration. Sometimes, and especially if it's a really difficult problem, it's really an emotional problem, or it's really and we have no control over things, or we have little control. We can control some things, but we're waiting on other powers. For example, trying to get a visa to live in a foreign country. There's so much we can do, but then we're beholden to the people, to the bureaucracy and the other things. So there's what do we do have what do we have control over is one area. The other thing is inspiration, because sometimes we can't logic out the best solutions. Sometimes we've got to wait for that spark, and that's the sword and that's the intellect. And inspiration might be more cups, probably subconscious, but it depends whether, is it coming from your subconscious, is it coming from outside, is it coming from the universal database, or whatever you believe in. That spark of inspiration that so many great scientists throughout history have actually found. A lot of inventors found a lot of their discoveries, they were just quiet, whether they were meditating or they were just sat in a cave being quiet or whatever they were doing, or not enough to sleep, and they've had the most profound inspiration. So sometimes it is about inspiration and not fighting, grinding, trying to logic and reason, and trying to do it logically. And sometimes it's just not the best solution, and we miss things. We often miss the answers to things. We often can't see them, especially if we're grinding it out trying to get something to work. And sometimes if we're trying to get one thing one way to work, and we think we have to fight or try really hard to make that one way of doing something work, it can be that there's a completely different way, and that'd just feel like a breeze, and that'd just feel so much easier. But we haven't seen it, and we're so focused on this is the only way to do it, this is the only way we can do it. And some of us were brought up with there is one way to do something, there's one way to do a thing, and that is what we say it is from the parents, and every other way is wrong. And some of us can get stuck in that mindset. We've been taught one way of doing something, and that's the only way. And we don't think, there's probably a million different ways to do that. A million different ways. But we didn't know about them. And we can be really close-minded and go and be really stuck on this is the way to do it, this is the way everyone does it, and this is the way we're doing it, when actually there are better options. I've just asked if I need another card to back this one up, and I've got no. So yeah. Problems, things we need sorting out. You can ask for help and support, and whatever you believe in, your higher self, source, universe, whatever. And also, sometimes if it's just really hard trying to work something out or really hard doing something in a particular way, ask for inspiration and just wait until that spark gets you and you just go, do you know what? I never would have thought of trying that. That's what we want. There we go then.